My name is Dr. Edward Wolin. I'm a specialist in treating people who have cancer. I've been working with Chabad since 1976. When people call Chabad and have sudden medical catastrophes happen in their lives, it's a horrible, shocking, traumatic experience, especially in my field where people call up with a diagnosis of cancer. Sometimes people are told it's incurable, or it's spread, or it's metastatic, or it's threatening their lives. They're sometimes freaked out of their minds, they're terrified. It suddenly becomes a crisis of enormous proportions, not only trying to figure out what is the best medical treatment, but how to cope psychologically, how to cope spiritually. So many issues come to play. And there are times when people are feeling desperate, they call up Chabad and beg for help. A young lady in her 20s saw Rabbi Kunin with an enormous tumor in her abdomen and thought she would have no hope and would soon die, and didn't have medical insurance and was in a state of panic. And Rabbi Kunin called me up. I gave him different ideas and options and said I'd be happy to talk to her doctors and other people, and I'd be happy to talk to her if that would help relieve her anxiety. Rabbi Kunin said, "Okay, she'll be over in your office in 10 minutes. I said, "Okay." It wasn't an easy day, but I talked to her, helped calm her fears, helped lay out strategies. I talked to several doctors. I worked with her. I worked with Chabad. Rabbi Kunin provided just the most enormous comfort for her and for her family. Thank God she's doing fine today, and she was able to successfully get treated with surgery and chemotherapy and all the things she needed to get better from her cancer. This is the kind of thing where individual people that really become helped in a major way. Chabad fills a need which is quite unique. They respond to needs of people that feel a desire to talk to somebody who is a religious figure, who's a rabbi, as opposed to a doctor or a psychologist or somebody who's in the medical system. They feel that they need somebody that is a spiritual person that they can relate to. And often Chabad is able to give people enormous comfort, enormous help. I've dealt with patients where Rabbi Kunin will visit them frequently in the hospital. He and other Chabad rabbis, and comfort people and cheer them up and encourage them and bring them extra food to eat, or bring them extra prayer books, or bring them extra things to try to make their life feel more comfortable and more spiritually fulfilled. People have told me that years later they're still getting a call every week from Rabbi Kunin or from somebody from Chabad who calls up every week just to say, "How are you doing?" Not because they're big donors, not because they're famous people, just because they're human beings. They have a problem, they had a problem, just to make sure that they're doing well. And it just makes people feel so warm inside and so good, and gives them so much encouragement.